Hi, my name is Jeff, and in this video, we will be talking more about coaching. And as always, it is expected that you take down as much as you can and remember as much as you can from all of the learnings that you're going to have from this video, as this should help you out in your daily life as a leader. All right, then. So, what is coaching? We have been talking about coaching for the longest time. And what exactly is coaching? So, coaching is a set of actions that are done between two people, more specifically, in our scenario, between a leader and an employee. It basically aims to improve or enhance their knowledge, skill, motivation, or confidence to change the opportunity behaviors into positive behaviors, thereby improving performance. Now, coaching does not end with just one session, contrary to what most or some of us would think. It starts with an initial session in which all 7 steps are performed, followed by constant follow-up coaching sessions in which audits are discussed to identify if the action plans are indeed performed and is yielding the improvement results that were intended. Audits are done in between by the leader to check and see if the employee is indeed able to consistently follow and apply the action plans discussed during the initial coaching. There are 7 steps in a coaching flow, more specifically in an initial coaching session. You have your positive opening, followed by your commendation, followed by your setting of goals, followed by your identification of behaviors, and then root cause analysis, and then supplemented by your action plan, and then wrapped up by documenting that session. Now, whenever you start a coaching session, you have to have a positive opening. So what exactly is the point of having a positive opening? What if the topic of the conversation is something that is a little bit more sensitive or a little bit more constructive in nature? A session should always start with an opening that sets a positive mood for the employee, regardless of the topic of the coaching conversation. This aims to ensure that the employee is ready for the session and helps him or her to open up if needed and build the credibility, of course, of the leader. It should then be followed by a session in which the leader is commending the employee. A lot of our coaching conversations focus on addressing negative or opportunity behaviors, and that is natural. Now, negative or opportunity behaviors of the employee and how to address it are most of the time what we talk about during the course of the whole conversation. But we also do not want to undermine the fact that they also do things that are good, such as consistently coming to work on time or even being very receptive to all instructions given to them or whatever. You have to remember that numbers will not always be everything. Now comes the time for you to start setting goals. We then proceed with laying out the goal of the conversation. What is the main topic of our conversation today? Along with that is identifying the KPI in which we should be seeing the indicator that the behavior to be addressed has improved. We have to remember that KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators, which essentially means that the numbers are indicators if we are doing good, better, or worse. And that's what we call our results. Now we move on to identifying the behaviors. Now, we have already discussed what behaviors are, but why exactly do we focus on behaviors? We identify which behaviors are driving or affecting the performance since behaviors directly impact performance. So by addressing your opportunity behaviors and encouraging your positive behaviors, we can safely say that the KPIs will show improvement, which means that the performance has improved as well. Now, once you have finished identifying the behavior to focus on, we then go to root cause analysis. We have to remember that a behavior does not happen by chance. A behavior is what a person does because of something within. So what exactly is that within? Try to ask yourself, why is my agent doing this observed action instead of the prescribed action? Does he or she not know that this should be done? Does he know that this should be done but does not know how to? Does he know what is to be done and knows how, but is not able to do it efficiently or accurately? Does he know exactly what needs to be done but chooses not to? Why? Does he feel that another method is faster or better? Does he not feel that doing this makes things easier or gets him better performance scores? Those are the questions that you're going to be able to answer once you have finished doing your root cause analysis. Now, once you have performed your root cause analysis, now it's time for you as a leader to conceptualize or develop the action plan. From the root cause analysis results, we will be able to identify the aspect within that drives the opportunity behavior, whether it's a knowledge or skill or confidence or even a motivation issue. The action plan should then focus on addressing the behavior by method of the root cause. For example, the opportunity behavior identified is not documenting a case completely but is accurate. If, from talking to the agent during the RCA session, we are able to identify that it is a skill issue in which the agent knows that the case must be completely documented, verbatim, and with as much detail as possible, but is unable to document it because he is not used to how to do complete documentation of a case. As such, the action plan should focus on identifying what exactly are those items that need to be in any documentation, and of course, practicing it, doing it with the employee. Last part will be documenting the session. A session, of course, cannot be proven that it indeed happened unless a tangible proof is available, which is, in this case, your documentation. It also serves as your reference since your job is a busy one. We don't really expect you to have the memory of a supercomputer. That's why documentation is also important.